about 6 knots of sou'wester. It's been lovely just basically floating, drifting if you like. Here up close are the Waterview, let me start that again. Here up close are the Waterview Wharf workshops. A little bit of activity up ahead. I'd mentioned the tug before. The freshwater has stopped, but I cannot see what's going on. I think that will remain one of those mysteries. Wouldn't it be nice? This is Balmain East, and we are between Goat Island, which is just behind us currently, and very nice. Balmain is certainly one of my favourite areas of Sydney, and it's a lot more interesting than some of the really glitzy suburbs. It is expensive, but quirky, and that really appeals to me, and I find it just a wonderful area. So close to the city, yet almost feels isolated. Now, up above there, up there, is Observatory Hill, and there is a 1 o'clock ball on the top of the observatory tower, which mimics that at Greenwich, and I'll link my Greenwich video below. But that 1 o'clock ball, to my understanding, has not operated for some time. In any case, that was back when the colony was new, one of the highest points, and to this day it is where lots of our weather readings come from the Sydney area. This is an area that I covered some time ago in the Cav 28, and I'll link that video again below. So I'm not going to dip into that area across there. I'm not that fond of it, to be honest. But we can do a sweep around, and you can see that it's an old industrial area that has now been gentrified. It has now been turned into luxury flats and that kind of thing. I'm just going to do a sweep around here. That area is Piermont. I lived there for a short time, and even though I could walk to the town hall in Sydney in 25 minutes, it was a pretty interesting place to live, let's just put it that way. These days it's mainly, as you can see, just flats upon flats. upon Flat. It's very popular because of its proximity to the city, but no. Again, many of these wharves turned into luxury flats. I think just about all of them. Please join our rapidly growing subscriber base, because that really helps me to grow the channel. I do this for nothing. I don't get there's no monetization of my videos. It's all done gratis, but I really enjoy putting these together and seeing the comments from people after the videos. So please click that subscriber button, and it'll cost you nothing, but it'll be great to see you on board.
Darling Harbour has had a few different lives since I've been coming here, but until only a few years ago it was a busy commercial hub centred mainly on the tourist trade. You can see there up ahead of the boat is the sign indicating the location of the Maritime Museum, and that's a really good fun place to visit. And apart from a few over-officious security officers, it is a really pleasant time. They have lots of exhibitions, and it's worth keeping a track on their website to see what they have when you are in town. And one of the vessels from the Sydney Heritage Fleet is the James Craig that you can see just off my starboard bow there. And it was built in 1874 in Sunderland in the UK, and the James Craig rounded Cape Horn 23 times before it was acquired by J.J. Craig in 1900 for the New Zealand to Australia trade. Now, when I first visited the James Craig at the museum in the 1990s, it was high and dry and skeletal, and what seemed like half of its planking missing. And I have to say that I scoffed when I heard that it was going to be returned to the water. But here it is, back to its former glory, and what a sight it is. As you can see here, the museum has a great collection of vessels, including a replica of a 17th century Dutch ship, the Dijfken. Both the James Craig and the Dijfken accept bookings for short trips, and even longer ones, with the Dijfken sailing to Tasmania last year for the Wooden Boat Festival. The Piedmont Bridge is a sister to the nearby Glebe Island Bridge. They were opened 1902 and 1903 respectively, and were both electrically operated, which was quite unheard of at the time. Both bridges could achieve an opening in 45 seconds flat, which made them the fastest opening bridge of their type in the world. One thing you'll notice in this footage is that I'm practically the only vessel moving. In the summer months you can hardly move in Darling Harbour with vessels vying for space. To be honest, it's not really a place I like, but it certainly provides an interesting perspective of a city built around a harbour. It was certainly interesting seeing all of the charter vessels lined up on the city side, and it was a reminder of how popular the harbour remains. We're going to leave it there for this journey. Thank you so much for coming on board and sharing this little trip around Darling Harbour with me. If you've liked the video, please click that thumbs up button. Thanks again. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.